Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about FX by Vercel. So FX by Vercel is the most tiny harness you can find in the world. And this is what makes this product very interesting. So every other coding agent is quite heavy. The opposite is FX. FX is actually very small. You could actually see from the name FX, very small. So it's very tiny. It's Apache 2.0. That means it's kind of like an OS. It's actually experimental right now on version 0.0.6. It's actually moving very fast. They're adding a lot of stuffs into it. It's natively written in Zik. That means no node runtime. So Zik actually makes it very, very fast. So it's optimized for research and embedding. That means you could embed it into your application. So it's not kind of like a very beauty TUI application. It's actually more than that. So it's small. It's actually the future that makes it interesting. The cold start is actually amazing. RAM utilization, superb. Actually very small in size. If you compare this with other kind of like harnesses, you're talking about very heavy and gigantic harnesses that kind of like suck into your RAM. So if you need something for its size, then FX is the one. So it behaves like a shell, not an IDE. So you could actually just copy and paste, it makes everything kind of like amazing, just like any other Unix tool you've been using. So context is a budget. It fits everything into a byte cap. So that means all your stuffs are actually going to be a byte. So this makes it kind of like cheaper when it comes to token management. You could manage your tokens very cheap and kind of like do everything within budget. So it can be used in the terminal. You can connect it to your editor via FX ACP. And also everything runs in the browser, as you're soon going to find out. It even has an experimental, so you could run it right from the browser, even at the documentation page. So it was built for researchers, embedders, terminal people like me and you, and agent builders. So we're going to be installing it and just testing it out. So to install the harness, so it has this one liner here, so you could see it here. So in the history here, this is actually how you install it. So I think if you just install it, it just happens like so fast in some seconds. And then you start using it by testing if everything was fine using FS Doctor. So FS Doctor. So you see here, it's actually saying that the workspace, the model that is currently using. So you see a lot of things here. Okay. You see auth. So you see some of the stuff here are okay, some are fail. For example, I need to set this AI gateway key. So it's actually telling me, oh, I run FS login to kind of like log in. So you could also find out the version by doing fx-version. So there are two ways to actually sign in. You can do FX login, as you saw in the other slide, or you do FX setup and paste the gateway API key. So FX Doctor and FX status. So we've actually seen FX Doctor. So FX Doctor is what you use to find out. So if you want to start a new section, all you need to do is you create a folder and you just type FX. So we're just going to be trying that now. So let's see. So here, I'm just going to do PWD. So I'm going to do mkdir. So I'm just going to say FX test. And here, we're just going to cd into FX test. And then we're just going to type FX. So now you see, so we have FS. Welcome. You can now access AI models with an account, subscription, or API key. Choose a sign up option below or add your own API key. So you can change this anytime with /setup. So you see here, or escape to setup later. So you see, it's a access denied, no provider available, free tier users do not have access to this model. Upgrade to paid subscription. So now I'm just gonna try another model. So I'm just gonna say model. So I'm just gonna make sure that I try. So let's see models. So there are a lot of models here actually. So I'm just gonna try this one. It looks like it has free on it. So you see, so there is this free model here. So maybe there might be other free ones as well, so that I might like more than that. So as far as I'm concerned, it looks like there are a whole lot of models here, but oh, there's also Minimax M3 free. So let's try this and see. Let's see if we could use this one for free. So here I'm just gonna try the Golang versus Rust. So let's see if this one will actually work for free. So we're just gonna test it out. So it's working. That means, you see, you could actually use some of the free models here and actually enjoy using it. So it's kind of like giving me the difference between Go. Go is simple, fast to learn, small spec, compares to single binary. Rust, steep learning curve, slower. So I'm just gonna add something here, Vercel. So remember, FX was actually written in Zik. So you see, small, explicit language, no hidden control. So it's even giving me a table here, like in terms of memory, this one uses a garbage collector, ownership, no garbage collector, manual allocators, no garbage collector, very fast, build speed, very fast, slow, fast, static binary, static or freestanding, low. So this is what I'm also going to do now, is just do /help to enable you to discover what we can do with FX. So let's see. You could see here most of the commands that are available. It is here that you can actually see exactly what you get out of the box with FX. So for sections, you could create a new sections. You could reset, you could resume, you could continue, you could rename, you could undo, you could copy, you could compact a section. So with section. So for general, you see, you could find out the version, you could even queue FX. So if you want to get out of FX, this is what you, for account, FX works with Vercel. So basically you could create an account. So so you could log in, you could log out, you could set up. So manage account via it. You could look for start, usage, and cost. So for appearance, you see, you could toggle sound off, security and permission. So there are so many permissions, just like I showed you. So you could say ask, auto, YOLO is kind of like the highest one. You could also reset as well. So you could do /workspace. You could list all your workspaces. See media, agents, so and extensions. So these are skills you could list, you could add, you could even create skills. So this is basically what you could do with FX. So just by putting a /help, it could give you almost every other command that you need to work with FX. So now we're just going to go to the website and really just look at some of the things that we've not covered. So if you come to the website, one of the things you could just click here to do is to try using FX. So it also works from here as well. For example, I could tell it what. So let's say, what are mutex, let's say, in Golang. So you see, and you see it's thinking. So exactly, it's going to give me the answer. So for here, you could just use, so it's just giving me the answer. So mutex is a lock from the sync packet that protects shared data. So clean, it has given me what I want. And this is exactly what a mutex is. So you see, I just came here, I try. So you just need to choose this particular model, Kimi K3. It's actually free for the try here. So this is the source code. So remember what I told you, you could embed FX. So you see, so, and they are kind of telling you for FX in the terminal, this terminal, to connect to another editor or another ACP client, you use FX ACP. To build a JavaScript interface around the agent, so you create FX agent. So you see, it runs as an fs core.wasm. To add the FX terminal to a JavaScript application, so you just say create FX terminal. So it is the ability to embed this in multiple places that actually makes it really amazing. So you could see here, they're actually showing how you could load it. So of course, this is the CLI that we've actually been playing about. There's nothing so special about this. So if you just put fx/help, you're going to actually get this. It also has a docs page here that you will kind of like read most of the basics of how to work with FX. So if you love this kind of content, subscribe to my channel and I will keep them coming.